Good Wednesday morning. I'm 3 News meteorologist Payton Domschke. It's been a very foggy morning across northeast Ohio. We have a dense fog advisory that continues until noon today. Does not include Cuyahoga, Lake, Geauga, even Lakeshore, Ashtabula County. I wanted to say inland there for a second, and Tuscarawas and Carroll County. Not included, but that does not mean that they are not seeing fog, because really everyone is. It's just everywhere kind of painted in purple with the advisory means they could experience the densest of fog below potentially half a mile. And that's exactly what's happening across parts of northeast Ohio. Elyria down to a quarter of a mile all the way back to Mansfield. I would imagine so that Erie and Huron also dealing with the same thing. This is teetering back and forth even downtown. So those zones that are not included in the advisory could also be added in a moment's notice from the National Weather Service. But this just is a big heads up. If you have to commute this morning, if you've got kids, grandkids headed to the bus stop, that if they do head out, make sure that you are also taking proper precautions to alert them, but also be alerted as a driver as you need to slow down and pack the patience this morning too, because on top of that, we've had mist and drizzle. We've seen a shift in our wind direction. We're trying to pull in more of a northerly wind, but for now our temperatures hovering in the mid to upper 40s. And in the 50s, actually, from Akron, Canton, all the way down to Dover, sitting at 51, and most of us not far off from 50. So this is actually a treat for you this time of the year, because our average high is in the low 40s. So we are trending above that already to even start the morning. Cloud cover is to thank for part of that. We had a southerly wind over the past couple of days, and we have a system that's not too far off. So what have conditions looked like this morning? Well, this is a live look down in Canton right now, 77 at US 62, but you can see the roads are damp. The headlights are being reflected off of the roadway. So if you do have to get out, don't forget to turn on your headlights. Also, if you don't have that automatic feature, where do we go through the next 8 hours or so? Well, the cloud cover will stick with us, even though by about midday, we should start to tear back the reduction in visibility for us, the mist and drizzle too. The clouds really aren't going to break anytime soon. Our temperatures are going to hover where they are right now. So that means there's not a huge fluctuation when it comes to our temperatures. But what is the logic all behind this? Well, we have a stationary boundary just parked slightly to the south. Wet weather through Kentucky, Tennessee, all the way back, even through parts of Arkansas to Texas too, stretching all the way up to the northeast. Boston seeing rainfall too this morning. But what is happening with the stationary front, it separates the cold air and the warm air. So near Minneapolis, 20 degrees or so. Chicago, right around the upper 30s, but all the way down to parts of the deep south. Atlanta, 58 degrees. Memphis, not too far off from even 70, where it's actively raining. This boundary is separating a different wind direction. We've got the cold air above here. We've got that northerly wind, and then we've got a southerly wind streaming in off the Gulf of Mexico, so that is pumping in the warmer air down there. We're kind of riding that line in between the two, which has been pretty decent for the days that we've already had it and the days to come, because there will be plenty of them that we actually spend in the 40s, and we're actually going to trend in your Climate Prediction Center's outlooks slightly above average for the next 6 to 10 days when it comes to their outlooks as well. The next 8 to 14 days closer to normal though. So our normal once again is in the low 40s. Where do we go throughout the day? Well, we toss back that idea of a few spotty showers as we head closer to noon. Temperatures a little bit closer to the lakeshore counties have dropped into the low to mid 40s for us. So that will do a difference between the lakeshore counties and our inland zones today. Dover could pick up closer to maybe 60 degrees locked in by the clouds and closer to that boundary altogether. As we head through the overnight though, thanks to that switch in the wind, we may erode some cloud cover, and I think that will be the big thing when it comes to waking up tomorrow morning, to get some of us to actually drop back into the 30s too. With cloud cover overhead at night, it serves as a blanket, traps in any heat, so to speak, that you could experience during the day. Usually that's associated with sunshine beaming down and then it not having anywhere to escape as we head overnight. But with clear skies, usually you see all the heat leaving us, so we start to see a little bit of that warmth start to exit, but we'll keep most of it around as we head through the next several days, because our temperatures aren't really going out of the 40s all too much, except for maybe the overnights in your Union Home Mortgage extended forecast. Near 50 today, low 40s tomorrow, and we're back in the mid 40s as we head toward the weekend. Our next system really arrives as we head Friday into early Saturday, and then we get another one. The big potent one happens next week. That'll maybe switch up the temperatures just a little bit more. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Be safe out there this morning with a fog around.